jumping ended, and now we will be making our players move around the globe. So to do that, we need to create a new variable that will be float force x. This force will help our player to move on the x-axis, and I'm going to set it to 0 as default. And now we'll type move x, the variable we created on here, this one, private float move x. We'll set it to input dot get axis raw. Now this get axis raw is an inbuilt Unity C# function. What this does is, if we just add parentheses, let's add parentheses, and in here let's type horizontal. Did I spell that right? Horizontal. I think it looks good. Yeah. Now, what this will do is, now we can make our player move just by pressing A and D keys on your keyboard. Just A and D. So these are inbuilt Unity functions, which is really helpful, and it is fantastic. Now, let's do something else called, let's comment this and type when our player is moving left. How do you know when our player is moving left? When our player is moving left, I want our player to face the left side, and when our player is moving right, we want our player to face right. How can we do that? If we change our scales to 1, see our player moves to right, and if we scale our to -1, she moves to left. So 1, she's right, minus, she's left. So we'll be accessing this scale property of our player to change her location. Her location. Although she is kind of cute, and I like cute girls. Never mind. Let's get head on. Okay. So the first thing we need to do here is, if move x is less than 0. Now, why less than 0? What this means is, this is, say, a graph. This is the origin point. This side, so our player is at the origin point. When our player goes right, x has a positive value, so he's going right. When our player goes left, so our x gets the negative value. So, which means that if our move x is less than 0, which means when our player is moving on her left side, then what we need to do is take the force x variable and set it to -speed. And that should do it. I mean, what this will do is give our force x a negative value that's going to make our character move this way on the negative side of the x-axis. Now, when he's on the x-axis, on the negative side of the x-axis, we need a variable to access our player's scale. To do that, I'm going to create a vector3 variable named temp. Now, why vector3? Because this scale property has x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. So to access this property, we need a type that has these 3 axes. So that will be vector3, and this will be a variable named temp, and this will be transform dot local scale. Oh, I think I accidentally deleted the variable. Yeah, that's it. Transform dot local scale. Look, it says transform, and this is the local scale. Look, it says local scaling of this object. So this is the local scale. So with this temp, we are accessing the local scale of our player. And now we'll set our player's local scale, temp. Now, temp dot, what we need to do is access the x property, not y, not z. To access the x property, temp dot x will be equals to -1. Why -1? Because when it's -1, it's facing left, and in here we're also going left, so this will be -1. And now we need to return our final transformation local scale. To do that, just type transform dot local scale is equals to temp. We're almost done, guys. I'm just gonna copy this. I'm just gonna copy this, and we're going to paste it down here. And inside here, we're just gonna do it right here. That when our player is moving right. Now, I have a challenge for you. You know what? Maybe later when you guys gather a little bit more experience. I'm just gonna type this greater than 0, which means that when our player is moving on the right side, then we want our force x to be a positive value, and this will be also positive. Okay, so is it done? It's not done. I'm just gonna say it's done. Let's see if it works or not. It won't work. Spoiler alert. All right, so if we press play, our player will only jump, but it can only see the left and right side, but it cannot move. Why is that? Because look in the console. It says the variable force x is assigned, but the value is never used. Why is that? We never use the value. It is assigned, but for what? Let's find it out. Remember, do you remember when I said that this force x variable will be used to force our player to move across the x-axis? That is exactly what we'll be doing right now. So if we just move out of our if conditions and type body dot add force, and here type new vector 2. Now new vector 2, what this means is that vector 2 means just the x-axis and y-axis. We do not need the z-axis in here. So in the vector 2, just type force x. This force, you can see it says for float x and float y, which means this vector 2 can take two parameters. One is for the x-axis and for the y-axis. We want our add force to make our player move on the x-axis only, not on the y-axis. So we just press 0. Now if you save it, and I'm hoping this should work now. And this error should go away, not until we hit play. Of course, look, the error has gone away, and let's hit play. It's not moving for some reason. Okay, let's speed up, say 500. Let's see now. Whoa, too much speed, man. All right, let's just take it to 50. Okay, it's not moving either. I think our gravity is too much. Let's just set our gravity to 0.5 and our speed, where's our speed, to say 100. Just play around with these values. Whoa, that's too much for me. I'm just going to make it like 60. Now you see why we made the speed variable public. Yeah, okay. That's too much. You can see our player is kind of sliding. We don't want that. To make sure that doesn't happen, we will increase our gravity scale to 1. Not our gravity scale, let's increase our mass to like 2, and linear drag, I'm gonna set it to, let's see what happens now. This kind of tricky, it might be different on your laptop. Your jump is really low. Let's increase that by say 200 force. Yeah, and that our player lands very slow. Then that, my friend, is because our gravity is 0.5. And I was increasing my linear drag to 2.5. We're almost done this for this video. Yeah, that's great. Just gonna increase that to 600. Just play around with this and you will get the hang of it. Yeah. Okay. So in this next tutorial, we'll be adding some animations on our player, and then we will make our camera to move along with our player. That is actually a tricky one. So now I hope you're getting what I'm trying to teach you guys, because this is the very fundamentals. I'm not gonna make any games just yet. I'm showing you how the whole thing works, how to access these stuffs, how to make stuffs. This is going to be incomplete just training, and after we're done with all the basic stuffs, I will be doing a doing a whole project that you can actually make a whole game. I'll be showing you how to make an entire game, which will really help you guys. So thank you guys for watching, and again, this video was made for Orange Box Lab, and I'm the lead instructor of this company. So hopefully I'll see you next time.